So why do you think you need to eat meat to make muscle or eat collagen to make collagen? Why? I'm going to have a concussion if I keep listening to this guy. If you've not met Sverige before, he is just a complete contrarian, like the contrarian, like the maddest one you'd ever meet. Flat earth, sun gazing, water dehydrates you, exercise is bad for you, a diet of completely raw meat is the only healthy diet for a human, and fruits and vegetables are out to kill you. I rest my case.
I'm going to review the latest What I Eat in a Day video by Healthy Crazy Cool.
So Miles Kasiri, on the other hand, former professional athlete, dietitian. Sv3rige, zero training in nutrition, in medical training, nothing like that at all. There's a saying, conspiracy theories are a way of complete imbeciles feeling like an intellectual. And, well, say no more.
Actually, the first video I ever reviewed was about him in 2017. We'll see how he's doing now, 4 years later. He does look borderline anorexic.
Yeah, you look borderline anorexic relative to me. So is that how we decide if a diet is good or not? If someone looks slim? I mean, he's not exactly anorexic, is he? He's very lean, which is, he's an athlete. That's what he's going for. You know, I've not eaten animal corpses in nearly a decade, and I'm twice as big and strong as you, Sverige. So if that's your answer, I guess you're a vegan now, right?
On the thumbnail. Different hair color. Oh boy.
At least he's got some hair. This is on purpose, by the way. I know you're jealous, Sverige.
So does she.
Wow, body shaming. What a guy.
Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another, don't even know what to call this video, but it's going to be kind of like a day in the life. The sun is out, it's a beautiful day. I'm naturally gravitating towards a lot more raw food because when it's hot I just do that. I did a raw vegan day of eating recently, which was controlled by Sv3rige, and I noticed that when I was doing that, I mean, I really enjoyed it, but there were definitely certain things that I just, along the way, I thought, oh, I would, for my own preference.
Wow, look at that neck, actually.
Look at my neck. Look at your neck. It's about half the size. You want to get some veggies in your Sverige.
It's almost scary looking. And of course he's craving raw foods because he's craving raw meat and blood.
Oh my absolute God. Yeah, everyone's craving raw meat and blood. How many vegans are there, Sverige? And how many people do you see of a day eating raw meat, drinking blood, other than you and your two mates? No one. Where's the raw meat restaurants? Where can you get a diet blood out of a refrigerator in a newsagent's? Wakey! Are you honestly this stupid? What? Hello? Captain Backwards strikes again.
He wants the hydration, but of course you don't want to eat cooked, dried foods.
Even though I'm not a raw vegan, have no intention of being one,
He eats cooked food all the time. He just said he's got no intention of being a raw foodist.
when it's hot, I gravitate more towards a high raw diet, but I just love sweet potatoes, sushi bowls, tofu, way too much to ever go raw vegan. So, I mean, never say never, but...
That's because you crave animal foods, obviously. Those are...
Oh, obviously. I think you eat meat because you crave fruit. And I think you drink blood because actually I did catch you out on one of your live streams saying that you had this blood and it was the best tasting blood you'd ever had and it tasted exactly like tomatoes. So we've just figured you out, Sverige. It's just projection. Just projection. You're just projecting. What's wrong with you?
They're just animal food imitations.
Never. So yeah.
Animal food. Yeah, so if we want to eat plants, we'll eat animals. And if we want to eat animals, obviously we eat plants.
I thought it would be interesting to show you a raw vegan full day of eating. I've said this before, but we shop for fresh produce like fruit, greens, etc., herbs, multiple times a week. Number one, because we both eat so much of it, regardless of the season.
Yeah.
We literally have no space to cook because it's always just covered with
Fruits and veggies galore. Anyways, right here I have got some black kale. I think it's also called, babe, what's it called?
Black Death?
Black Death. Yeah, kale, like with the sulforaphane, which is one of the most anti-cancer compounds there are. Or you can eat meat with its hemine, which is carcinogenic.
Cavolo Nero, I call it dino kale, I don't know. It's really delicious if you kind of just chop it up, put some lemon or lime juice, let it soften a little bit and put it in a salad bowl. Gonna be doing that later. Celery.
Then it's really delicious if you mix it with other stuff and cover it up. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the other flavours like add to it, you know, or you can just eat just raw flesh, which has got no flavour and is absolutely disgusting and unpalatable, which is why nobody eats it. But that makes perfect sense, doesn't it, Sverige?
Is essential. Got some sun-dried tomatoes, which I'm just soaking in some water because I'm going to use these later.
It's lovely.
Blend these later with some warm.
You drank that tomato juice, Sverige. What are you on about?
Nuts to make some raw taco meat. Taco meat. We're not onto this sweet stuff yet, but I just have to show you these first because you have.
Who are you, Nelson Muns?
I have no idea how excited I get about these dates. I keep telling you about them. You need to find them. They're called Zamly dates, and they really do melt in your mouth like pure caramel. I've got a couple of
give them a
raw
try.
nut butters, which I'm really
super
excited
unhealthy.
about. They're actually deep.
What is? Show me the facts. Show me the data once.
Dehydrated. I showed you
Anyone can say anything.
the cashew
Eating meat will make your head explode.
one. In my last full day of eating, I reviewed it.
Yeah, of course, cashew butter, pistachio, always looking for new butters.
No. No.
Because you're always craving actual butters.
No, I've never craved butter once.
So you just try all of these nut butters because you're never satisfied.
No, it's just like another type of food. You can eat like hundreds of different things. You don't just have to eat stuff made from secretions that come out of an animal. Titty milk. It's weird. You're not a baby.
So typical.
Can't wait to crack into that later. When I say crack into it later, I may or may not do a nut butter review in this video.
I don't care.
Because
Well, don't watch it then.
I don't know why. I probably will. I definitely will. Also picked up some of their raw almond butter.
You're so weak and
I've got
feminine.
Some organic.
Sverige, let's get down the gym together. Me and you. Come on, son. If you're not just full of it. Put your money where your mouth is. Once. For once in your life. Not going to, are you? Because you know you look stupid.
Sprouted lentils and
Like a
alfalfa
baby.
sprouts and I don't know, some
feminine.
kind of sprouts. Sprouts, I literally.
Actually, there's a lot of females much stronger than you. There's some much stronger than me. Jahina Malik. She would outlift me. She's been vegan her whole life. What's your excuse now, Sverige? And you've been eating animals and you're not, like, you're a fraction as strong as her. Whatever's wrong with you?
One of the healthiest, nutrient-dense, nutrient-packed foods in the whole world. Big bag of raw warm.
Yeah, he's exactly right.
What? What are you
He's right. Are you deaf?
talking about? They're not even digestible.
Well, they are, because if they weren't... You keep saying that vegan food's not digestible, but again, you know, there's vegan women stronger than you. So, what are you on about?
It's fiber and
Yeah, fibre is essential for good health. It feeds our gut microbiome. We create short-chain fatty acids, which are pivotal to our health. You can create a few from animal proteins, but it's a fraction. It's a fraction what you can do with fibre.
and they don't have over 50
And you get all the toxins with animal products.
nutrients because no plants do.
Plants have tens of thousands of nutrients that animal products don't. And animals are made out of like plant nutrients, and any essential nutrients in animals came from the plants in the first place. And we and other animals can use the plant precursors to make these essential nutrients. How do you not know this, Sverige? Just basic stuff, kindergarten stuff.
What's the most nutritious foods on earth? Liver, brain.
No. Liver, yeah, it's got a good amount of, like, say, iron. But if you look at vitamins and minerals, phytochemicals, antioxidants, on average, vegetables have 16 times more nutrients than meat. On average, some plant foods are just exponentially more nutrient dense. Take like berries and things. Very silly, very uneducated and very backwards.
I've got some flax
Idiot.
crackers.
Yeah,
These are
that's
pretty
the word.
luxury. Creamy Haas
you.
avocados, of course. Don't ever go a day without eating at least a couple of these. Ginger, which I use for
Doesn't
smoothies,
seem to
juices,
help.
salad dressing, salt.
Well, he's probably 10 times fitter than you, Sverige. And he talks a bit more engaged as well.
Sauces. It's refreshing, but it's not that sweet.
Those
That's
arms.
kind of the way my days go at the moment.
Let's look at your arms, Sverige. Let's compare arms.
Like I stop.
Dude, if you eat freaking fiber and sugar like that, yeah, that's how you're gonna look like. You're literally not eating anything that can build your body.
Well, I eat the same stuff, Sverige. I eat the same stuff. So now what? So now what? Don't make sense, does it?
With sweet fruit,
You don't make sense, Sverige.
Oh, man.
and then I just
Wakey,
eat
wakey.
as much as I care for.
That looks
until
really
I'm ready for
sad.
Savory and like high protein, high fat.
It looks great. A watermelon can be amazing.
Anyways,
Comes in its own bowl.
And scary.
And cadavers don't look sad and scary. What are you going to say about mangoes? They're flipping delicious. I nearly
I
swore.
bet he wishes it was flesh, for real.
Oh, yeah, because
I know it looks like a
there's
big
something
matter,
stopping him from eating
and
meat.
it is, but I eat a lot of fruit.
Do you know, like, if I wanted to have the biggest channel in the world, I would just flip it. I would stop being vegan and I would go carnivore, because there are hardly any carnivore channels. Like, there's a few real crazy people who actually want that content, whereas there's millions of vegan channels. So now it's very hard as a vegan YouTuber to do very well. There's like a few, ones that are established that have been doing particularly well. But it's hard to get anywhere now because there are so many vegans, because it's so popular, because it works, because you're saving animals, it's better for the planet. You can be big, ripped, strong, reverse disease. You can be as healthy as, possible. So if I wanted to eat dead bodies, I would do it. And my career would be so much more lucrative. But I don't want to be the cause of my own death. And I've seen the science, unlike you.
Fruit. What do you want me to say? Beautiful. Good.
You don't need to tell anybody that you eat a lot of fruit. You're made out of sugar and there's fiber coming out of you non-stop. You're flushing out your whole body, your actual flesh.
Let me know down below if you guys agree, but there is something special.
How come I'm
about
not,
eating
Sverige?
fruit
What's the
in the
difference?
sun, naked. It just takes the experience to
Maybe
a
he just
whole,
wants to
it
look
just
that
takes
way.
the whole
Weirdo.
experience to a different level. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
See,
are.
I'm
No.
gonna strip off and eat these in the
Probably
sun. with
mentally
Jill.
ill.
I say with Jill.
Probably very likely.
Oh, of course.
Because they're that good.
Of course, because he's eating fruits and vegetables and you think that we should just eat corpses, and he's the one who's mentally ill. And, he doesn't stare at the sun. Like, God. Mentally ill. I heard it all now.
Baby, I bought you some fruit. The mango's actually really good. Yeah, so good.
Oh my god.
Sweet, huh?
Hilarious.
So sweet.
Creeps, man. Jesus.
Yeah, and you're like basically zombie, and, you're great.
Literally pure sunshine
Oh my God.
fruit, right?
What a weirdo.
This guy's delusional. Totally delusional.
He's looking in the mirror, folks.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay, thanks for confirming that you have no collagen.
How many weeks?
No collagen. Like, he's not got a wrinkle in his skin, but he's got no collagen.
I can't anymore.
3.
Collagen, right, is 3 aminos like stuck together. Proline, glycine, is it? I forget now. It's two amino acids, particular ones, and then any other amino acid. And these are just glued together in like a big old chain. It's the most abundant protein. We make proteins from amino acids. We don't have to eat protein to have the same protein on the body. We break the proteins down into their constituent amino acids before they enter the bloodstream through the wall of the small intestine. So why do you think you need to eat meat to make muscle or eat collagen to make collagen? Why? I'm going to have a concussion if I keep listening to this guy.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
5. This is the first day that the sun has been out properly since
Since I got back from Germany.
you got back from Germany.
2 weeks ago.
That's good.
Frozen bananas? frozen bloobs.
Sugar anti-nutrients, oh no, you're gonna
This is the
die.
cashew butter that I...
You're eating the healthiest food in the world.
Incredible. 1 scoop of Madagascar vanilla. Raw vegan protein.
You're gonna get some corpses in you.
A splash of oat milk.
You wanna eat some saturated fat and some cholesterol.
Thick.
It's for your brain. You can't get a good brain.
But
Although cholesterol can't cross the blood-brain barrier. Think about that.
Would you look?
But obviously this kind of stuff also does nothing to you because he's obviously craving cream. He has basically no body fat left. Of course, he's
I eat loads of
obsessed with
smoothies.
anything
I've got plenty
creamy,
of body fat.
so he's trying to replicate sort of ice cream, which is nice cream, which is a stupid term.
Usually when I make
I can't eat. No, I can't eat. I can't do this.
ice cream,
Can't
I try
keep
and make
doing
it
this.
presentable and stuff, and this just looks
How do you
like
get through to someone this bonkers?
swap. This is like the typical way of making
That's
ice
what it
cream.
is.
So I think I had about 4 frozen bananas, cup of frozen blueberries, couple tablespoons of hemp seeds, which really bumps up the omega-3s.
It's just called fiber and sugar in this case, that's it.
And then a scoop of the raw vegan protein powder.
You missed the omega-3s there, Sverige. There's omega-3 in there and omega-6.
The Madagascar
And some
vanilla flavour from
polyunsaturated oils.
There's no refined oils in there, which aren't healthy really, oils. A lot healthier than eating dead bodies, of course, which will kill you.
I walked today, we found the weirdest place. It was like this huge thing of crates, and it was just like the perfect photo spot. So I stripped off, as per usual, took a few shots. Now I'm gonna make a taco salad because I'm really craving something savory.
Handsome lad.
It's super common, by the way, psychologically, that when you're starved, that you get obsessed with yourself, you become narcissistic.
I'm as narcissistic as hell, and I'm twice your size and strength. What are you on about?
Your ego blows up, and that's exactly what you see here.
When your ego blows up, you eat animals rather than let them live because you think you're worth so much more, but honestly, you're really not.
Starting with a huge bowl of greens. In here I've got lots of arugula, and then some of that black kale, which is tenderized beautifully with the lime juice. Now we're gonna go toppings galore.
I must try that.
Of course, because you don't want to swallow that stuff. Yeah.
I think you'll find he'll be swallowing that stuff. What people don't want to swallow is raw meat and your bull.
God, it looks sick.
He does look really good,
Blend our
yeah.
ingredients together, which is the sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, some spices, and then we add this back in, and we have taco meat. All right, in go the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna have 5 cloves of garlic. I love myself some garlic. Sweet smoked paprika to be
Really
exact.
anti-cancer.
The recipe actually called for coconut sugar, which I
Just a severe mental illness, you're absolutely starving. You're trying to replicate animal
God.
foods in any way possible, adding all of these spices, something safe.
Animal foods don't taste like anything. People add spices to meat so they taste like plants. That's what spices are there for.
Savory, the salt, because you're craving minerals, you're just completely starved.
Minerals come from plants. Animals don't make minerals. Wake up!
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually very impressed with this texture.
I like how Miles added in dates instead of sugar there. That's so, you know, it's not just animal products that will kill you. Refined sugar. I read the Svririge's new book, Denies Svririge's 30-day Alzheimer's solution. According to their research, refined sugar is the #1 dietary cause of Alzheimer's disease. So don't be adding sugar to your healthy whole plant foods, but do add dates. They're brilliant.
And the flavour. Look at that. Beautiful. At the bottom I've got a big bed of fresh rocket, arugula, the kale which I marinated in the lime juice, and it's quite nice and soft now.
I would
These
eat the
outback
shit
sprouts,
out of
herbal
that.
pea shoots as well.
Wow. What happens afterwards in the bathroom?
You just poo it out, and there's a lot of poo because most of poo is like bacteria, and in the case of a vegan, it's healthy bacteria, Prevotella bacteria, which are the bedrock of your good health. The bigger poos you do, the longer you're going to live. Scientifically confirmed. I can't cite you the study though.
It must be absolute torture, really.
No. What was torture was when I was a meat-eating bodybuilder and I ate 10 kilos of poor chicken's breasts a week. I ate a fraction of the whole plant foods. I used to joke that I was half the day cooking my food, eating it, and then trying to get it out again. I won't swear. But since being whole foods vegan, I'm in there like just a fraction of the time. It's really comfortable, really easy. You should try it, Sverige. Well, you should try it properly. I know you had a go, but you did it stupid all in one go when you were eating a terrible diet beforehand and you didn't have the good gut bacteria to process it. And then you thought, oh, veganism's obviously like evil because I pooed myself and felt like a complete imbecile.
Man.
That's Captain Backwards' origin story.
So this is the only way you can eat the kale, yeah? That's what you meant, is
No, you can steam it, you can make it into kale chips, you can do a million things with kale.
buried in other stuff, your meat imitations.
What meat imitations? That looks like a load of vegetables. What are you honestly... What actually...
Okay.
Words fail me.
Could be wrong, but I think that's what they are. Some of the sprouted lentils, pickled red sauerkraut, cherry tomatoes. This is some pickled onion. I got it from my local vegan kind of deli place. I've got a whole large, I pushed it down quite far, creamy Haas avocado, which I've drizzled with a little bit of sriracha and liquid gold. And then the best part is the taco meat, which I have to say is absolutely delicious. Oh, and I've got a couple
Okay, you
of
crave
flax
meat
as
a
well,
lot,
just for
in other
scooping up
words.
Yeah, you crave meat. You can eat meat, but you're eating plants because you're craving meat.
That's all
guac,
that this is.
even though it's not really guac, but you know what I mean. Cheers. The flavours in simple food done well amazes me every time.
That is
Oh,
a
don't know if I
bowl of
mentioned
delicious goodness.
When he looks at it, he sees food because he's starving.
No, but do I look like I'm starving? Do I look like I'm starving to you? That is some of the best food in the world. Super nutritious, mad nutrient density, especially in the sprouts, in the kale. Anti-cancer, anti-heart disease, and all you eat is heart disease. Raw heart disease, like a mentalist.
I see incredibly many toxins.
Really? You must have really good eyes, because I can't see a single one.
Many. Absolutely
Name them.
destroying.
Where's your studies?
I have this.
What about that? He just clicked on. He couldn't name one. He couldn't cite one study. Because he just makes silly things up and then believes his own nonsense.
Sprouted lentils in there. For me, greens
Genius.
and things like avocados as well. So satisfying, and I really crave them. And they serve me well. They're very nutrient dense food, so
You crave man-made plants which have never been found.
Sverige, are your animals you eat, are they natural or are they man-made? They're man-made. So you've just debunked your own stupid diet.
In nature, you crave anything because you're starving. You would eat anything at this point.
I'm not starving and yeah, I would eat the shit out of that.
This is the worst possible food a human can eat. Really? What can be worse than this? What can be worse than...
All my nutrients test at the top of range, but I eat foods like this. I'm twice as big and twice as strong as you, but I eat foods like this. My eyesight is more than twice as strong. My blood pressure is like... It's just optimal. 106, I think, is my systolic, last time I checked it. When I was eating meat, it was 140, which is hypertensive. But below 110, 110 optimal, below 110, no further benefit, no issue unless you become symptomatic. I'm asymptomatic. So explain what are you on about, Sverige? Give me some great knowledge now and back it up with some science.
than kale. There is nothing worse. You're literally eating the worst possible food on the
Which is super anti-cancer.
earth.
Definitely recommend.
Full of minerals, full of vitamin K, which you say we can't get on a vegan diet. You silly boy.
That you eat a lot of colour, a lot of variety, a lot of greens, not just on a raw meat.
Those colours are the antioxidants that protect you from cancer, protect you from all kinds of illness and make you live a long, happy, healthy life. Animal products, on average, have 1/64th of the antioxidants. Some plant foods are just thousands of times more antioxidant rich. Oh, just hang on, I've got to let this cat in.
Vegan diet, but on any healthy diet, you know. Cheers. Big lake, well, not by my standards, a little lake of raw liquid gold. I'm gonna add more as I go
That
through.
cat could
Yeah,
have
because you
fun.
crave fat again, liquid gold.
Where does the fat come from, Sverige? You know that plants have fat, right? And then these precursors, animals eat them, the plant precursor, and then they make saturated fat out of the types of fat that they've eaten. So we're cutting out the middle me. We're going straight to the source for our nutrients, whereas you're getting them second hand and you're killing yourself.
Just heading out for a little
Genius.
It's liquid gold for starving
I don't know why.
vegans.
Guys, seriously, the nature, I always complain about living in the UK.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
so
summer,
starving.
When there's so much greenery.
I'm starving like
and
Marvin.
berries are sprouting and there's like that smell in the air. How would you describe that smell? It's a really special smell. It's like the smell of life. A bit cheesy, but kind of, right?
Fertility.
Yeah, once a year. How is it worth living in the UK for that?
Beautiful.
Well, we're away from you. You said you won't come back here, thank God.
She looks so strange.
You look
Just
pretty
because
strange.
she's way too skinny.
This is their raw
You look pretty
carrot
skinny
cake.
to me,
I don't know what the
Sverige.
base is made of, but I'm pretty sure the top is a cashew cream. Absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. This is their raw millionaire shortbread slice. You know, guys,
Okay, so the whole day he eats fiber and sugar, imitates animal foods, and then he eats cakes. Just processed garbage all day long, incredibly unhealthy.
Processed garbage all day long. He was eating whole foods all day long. Now he's eating some less than healthy food.
And this is going to be a banger.
To give him his due, he eats mostly healthy
Just a
food.
junk
though.
food addict.
Well, not really. You would have been eating it all day. And I would eat that over your diet because your diet leads to 14 of the 15 leading causes of death.
Anyways,
Drug addict.
see you at dinner. Guys, the flavour, yes, I'm putting my finger in because it's only me and Jill eating it, but make the flavour. And it's creamy as fuck, and the flavour, and I'm going to add some fresh dill as well.
Totally lost. Okay.
It's right funny.
Again.
It's bleeding stupid.
Throughout the whole video. Don't people comment on his videos
No.
and say that he needs help?
And now he's going to talk about 15 nutrients which either are in the diet, in the vegan diet, are made from like plant precursors, come from the sun, like, or the the one that we need to supplement, or like non-essential nutrients, and cholesterol, which we make via the acetyl coenzyme A pathway. And when we eat exogenous cholesterol, it leads to the number one cause of death in humans. Wake up, son.
I don't know, maybe they're delusional because they're vegan.
Yeah, you're not.
But clearly,
You're a genius.
hello, all day long, you're
Captain Backwards, ladies and
overeating
gentlemen.
on sugar, which your liver probably can't even convert to fat anymore at this point, and then you're eating
hell is none
creamy
of that?
stuff all day. And then at the end, of course,
Fruit is one of the very healthiest foods on the planet. The Global Burden of Disease study said the number one thing that people could do to live longer is to eat more fruit. Refined sugar, devoid of fiber and phytochemicals, yes, very different, very unhealthy, and not something that a whole foods vegan would advocate eating. But yeah, I would eat that over meat any day.
raw noodles covered in what looked like some kind of imitation of cheese, something creamy again, animal food.
Yeah, because of course nuts and seeds are not creamy. They don't have like fats in them. Animals don't make fats. Well, they do, but they make horrible fats from plant fats is what I'm trying to say.
Or do you actually just believe that you can eat all of these imitations which don't have anything close to the nutrients, nothing at all?
Show me the science. I can show you the science, all the stuff I've been talking about today. I can actually back it up. Show me the science of what the rubbish you're on about because it's stupid and backwards.
That the animal foods would have, which would actually satisfy you, make you gain weight. You would...
How many... Sverige, are humans cats or are we primates? And what do all primates eat? I can't believe you're this stupid. I honestly can't believe it.
Stop using all of the drugs, you would actually feel happy
What
in your
drugs?
life.
I can't do this any longer. Now click this.